All right, day 2 bowl predictions here. Rick, you're up. Your bowl prediction yesterday crushed. You said 6 quarterbacks in the first round. You actually missed it by 20-something picks, which is nuts, but still amazing. 6 quarterbacks, first time since 1983, went in round 1. What is your bowl prediction for day 2?
Yeah, and producer Debo says it's not bold enough, but I think it is. So I'm going to say that the LA Chargers, with their first pick in the second round, take a Michigan football player. There's no way that Jim Harbaugh is going to not take someone. So Jesse Minter, who was a defensive coordinator in Michigan last year, came with Harbaugh to be the defensive coordinator of the LA Chargers.
Yeah.
They need to bolster that defensive run defense from last year. So I'm going to go with either Colson,
Junior Colson, linebacker,
or Chris Jenkins, the defensive tackle. Both of them high character, quality guys that know the defense it's going to run. And I think that my bold prediction is, even though there may be guys graded higher on your board, I think they go with a Michigan defensive player with their first pick in the second round.
You did mention Mikey Sainristil, who might also be a possibility there. But right, there's 3 options right there at pick 37, which is pretty nuts. All right, my bold prediction, and this is...
Oh, God, here we go.
Only a few more days so you have to hear about this until he sets the world on fire as a rookie. Then we'll be renaming this podcast. My bold prediction, Spencer Rattler goes in the second round. Michael Pratt goes in round 3. So we have 2 more quarterbacks off the board. They're going to be the next 2 quarterbacks off the board unless I'm missing something here. 6, surprisingly, went in round 1. Grade this boldness. Round 2 for Spencer, possibility?
You know what? After what we saw last night, I wouldn't be surprised anything. So I would have said 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I would have bet you $1 on that. The way it's unfolded through this weekend, I'll bet you $1.
Okay.
But I know that you need to catch up a little bit. So this is a give me to you. I'll say that Spencer Rattler doesn't go till the 3rd round.
Okay.
And I'll still say that Pratt goes before Spencer Rattler.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's $2
so that's
there.
$2.
All right, get ready, producer Stryker, to update the Zenmo counter tomorrow. Okay, let's go to these QB landing spots real quick before we get out of here. I took it a step further. This isn't a bold prediction, just me sort of making things up for you to react to. Raiders trade up back into round 2 to get Spencer Rattler. Is that believable?
No.
Okay. They need a quarterback, man. All right, they have other needs too, of course, after taking a tight end. The Giants trade up from the 4th round back into round 3 for Michael Pratt.
Maybe.
Okay. And you think, you've said all along, you think Pratt has a chance to go before Spencer Rattler here.
Yep.
Jordan Travis, unfortunately, broke his leg late last season. They would have been in the playoffs. Florida State would have. That didn't work out for them. I have him going in rounds 5th or 6th. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think he's going to be, because of the injury and because of the size, and he has to be in the right system. I think he's going to be maybe 7th. Someone's going to pay a lot of money to try to get him as a college free agent after the draft. But I don't think he'll go before the 7th round.
Okay, and I get it. And the injury was a big part of that. He wasn't able to work out. He did go to the Shrine Bowl and interview. He was at the Combine, I believe. And finally, in terms of the quarterbacks, and they're going to be a handful more than this that end up getting drafted, I would imagine. Joe Milton out of Tennessee, transferred from Michigan. Biggest arm in this class. May not even be close. I've talked to teams that said I wouldn't be surprised if he went in round 3, which blew me away because physically he's the guy you build in the lab. Play to play, it never quite came together for him. How shocked would you be if he went in a compensatory pick late in round 3?
Very shocked. I don't have any question about his size, and I think he's a better athlete than he gets credit for. I think he has maybe the strongest arm. If you want to see someone launch the ball 80 yards down the field,
he's your guy.
He's your guy. It's just the processing that bothers me. And when I saw him play live against Alabama, when Tennessee was at Alabama, I just thought there was a hesitation or a delay when he's trying to get through his progressions. I don't know if that can be fixed or not. Is that instinctual? Is that something that, as he went through these pre-draft meetings, that they said, yeah, we can fix that, or no, we can't? So teams will have different opinions on that. I just thought he struggled in that part of his game.
Jordan Travis or Joe Milton, who would you draft first?
I think Jordan Travis just has a feel for the game.
Yes, right.
You know,
I think so.
I think he's creative. I think he has to be in the right system. He made a couple bonehead decisions, too, early in the season, but you have to give him credit. Florida State was, undefeated with him as their quarterback before he got hurt.
Yeah.
And I know they have talent on offense, and he was throwing to Keenan Keon Coleman, and they had the running
Jaheim
back
Bell, tight end.
Yeah, Trey Benson, the running back. So
Johnny Wilson is also going to get drafted.
So I think that this kid just is one of those kids that may not physically look the part, but just knows how to play the game.
Also, with Joe Milton, the athleticism is through the roof. The arm strength is through the roof, and he is such a deep ball launcher of the football. They took his pro day outdoors so he could throw the deep balls, so he wouldn't hit the rafters, which just speaks to how.
Well, that's a circus act.
I get it.
It's okay. When's he going to go out there? Just like when I watched him throw at the combine, he was sitting there and launching balls 80 yards down the field.
It's fun to watch.
But it's not real football.
I understand.
He stood there and he stood in the pocket for 22 seconds before he launched the ball. He was more worried about showing his arm talent off than actually going through a progression and getting the ball out on time.
Let's end on a positive note. We have 15 seconds. I can't wait to see the wide receivers go off the board in day 2. I want to thank